Hello guys, welcome to the channel Talking with J Spring, and on today's video I've got a review for the movie The Shallows. I'm going to go through it, give it the good, the bad points and everything in between. Don't forget to leave your thoughts down below in that comment section with your ratings as well. I'd love to hear what you think about this movie. And this is for a new YouTube series called Shark Week. I'm going to go through a bunch of shark movies leading up to that new release of Crawl, which comes out around July 12th. It's about alligators, pretty much a woman with her father trying to get out and the water's rising in the house and pretty much a bunch of stuff going on. So it's sort of related to sharks in a way, escaping something which is a creature which is dangerous. So I decided to do this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it though. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. The Shallows. This came out in 2016. It is a drama horror thriller movie around 1 hour and 27 minutes long. And the story of this is a mere 200 yards from shore, surfer Nancy is attacked by a great white shark, with her short journey to safety becoming the ultimate contest of will. Let's jump straight into the good points. Now the good points about this movie is, let's start straight up with the main character played by Blake Lively. This is Nancy. Now she was absolutely awesome in this movie. She looked great, her acting was great, and her character was very interesting as well. She carried the movie, in my opinion. She done a great job because she was not only carrying the movie, she was carrying the plot as well, driving it through to that finishing line. An excellent performance from her, and especially with a very limited dialogue and script, I feel like she done great. I love how smart they made the character of Nancy through this movie for the most part as well, because in terms of her knowing how to deal with a situation or even testing her knowledge of how to a new way to escape the shark, or a way to test the shark, or even communicate with people from a distance. I feel like they made it more realistic of what you would do, not like really stupidity moves and you'd be like, come on, don't do this. I really felt that she was quite smart and really made the right decisions throughout. I feel like the director done a great job as well, deserves a lot of credit for this movie, because when it comes to the technical side of the movie as well, it is fantastic. You get some great cinematography which is absolutely beautiful. The editing is cut well to the mood and the tone of the movie. It is absolutely great. And then you get some great visuals and special effects, especially on the shark as well. Absolutely fantastic. And the location they chose as well I thought was superb as well. What I've noticed is there are a ton of shark movies, but this movie has something different which makes it stand out to the other movies. Now what really that is this movie is focused on more one character throughout the whole movie. When it comes to a shark movie, you don't really get to find that in most shark movies, which is quite good. I love the fact this movie wasn't focused on death. I love the fact, yeah, there was deaths, there was a few, but there wasn't too many like in some shark movies. And when it happened as well, some was shocking and some just looked amazing. This really made the shark's behaviour really believable as well. The shark's behaviour really made you feel sorry for the character of Nancy. And I felt like this movie done great when it comes to them two characters, because even though the shark isn't human, it's still a character of the plot. And these were two who were really going out. Of course, Nancy was testing the shark was testing her, and the shark does what a shark does. It was stalking her, it doesn't give up easily, it was hunting her around the clock. It knew after a certain amount of time she was going to have to do something, and it was just waiting for its opportunity, of course, with every smell of blood which dropped in that water as well. The plot as well of this movie was very compelling. It was tense, it was gripping, and it was simply entertaining. Some parts of the movie were quite emotional as well, and simply terrifying. The main thing I loved about this movie was the seagull. Now it sounds really stupid, but if you've watched it you know how cool that seagull was. On to the bad points. Now the bad points about this movie is the guy at the end who got her out of the water. What was he doing? Really, if you've watched this movie you will know what I'm talking about. He pretty much just looks over her, and he could have helped her, he could have warmed her up, he could have even put her on her side when she was coughing water out, but no, he just simply looked at her, spoke in his language, and just didn't do nothing. There is certain logic to this movie which can be quite irritating, especially when it comes to surfers. If you see a dead whale, for example, would you go up to it? I don't think you would. It's sort of like that horror type thing when you go, okay, the basement light isn't working, I'm going to go downstairs because I heard a noise. No, you don't. You stay upstairs or you get the fuck out of there, pretty much. That is what you do. It's that simple logic really can be quite irritating. That's the only part about the movie which I felt was quite annoying. The seagull, even though it was great and really enjoyable and one of my favourite things of the movie, the seagull part could be quite questionable. And now what I mean by that is the seagull wouldn't stay on a rock with you all night, pretty much. Even though it was injured, I can understand, but its wings were still moving, he was still able to do something. It could have done something, and they could have done something as well to make it a bit more believable. And the last and major thing for me about this movie is the information after she had been rescued. What information did we really receive? It was very limited. Now I wanted to see what happened, how did she get to the hospital, how did she get home, what happened in that gap which they cut from. And that's what I want to know, or even add on to what they did at the end. I don't know, they just felt like it was very limited at the end, it just sort of suddenly ended. So guys, it's rating time. Let's have a look at the critics had to rate this movie. We have IMDb giving it a 6.3 out of 10. We have Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 78%. And Metacritic giving it a 59. My rating for this movie is an 8 out of 10. That makes this movie totally awesome. Guys, this movie is one of the best shark movies since Jaws, in my opinion. This is rewatchable, enjoyable, and carries some of them great elements from great shark movies. Really, it does. It's very realistic, which is the main thing I love about this movie, and it will remain definitely one of my favourites for sure. Check it out if you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen this movie, because this is definitely one of the best shark movies. So guys, an 8 out of 10 from me for The Shallows. Don't forget to leave your ratings and thoughts down below in that comment section, of course. And if you enjoyed the video, simply smash the thumbs up. Lets me know you enjoy the content I'm giving you, and shares the video around to other people to enjoy the video as well. And don't forget, if you're new, consider subscribing and hitting that bell for much, much more. You're not going to miss the stuff coming up on the channel, as well as the stuff already on the channel. When it comes to movies and TV series, guys, there is a bunch of stuff on the channel, and there's going to be a lot coming your way. Stay tuned tomorrow, guys. I've got 2 videos for shark movies coming up, which you guys ain't gonna want to miss for sure. So without further ado, guys, I've been me, you've been you, and I'll see you next time, guys, on Talking with Jay Springett.